What I'm getting ready to read to you, like 3 paragraphs from this ProPublica article, especially coming on the heels of the video I did earlier about Donald Trump saying he wants to send American prisoners, American citizens who are imprisoned by their government, to foreign prisons where they will be tortured and just off the grid. He wants to disappear American citizens. ProPublica posted this article. Let's just read the headline here before I talk about it. Inside ICE Air, flight attendants on deportation planes say disaster is only a matter of time. We know how they are treating students who have spoken out against this administration, who have spoken out against the policies of the United States, our just unqualified support for the genocide that is being waged by Israel against the people in Palestine. It's an opinion that Donald Trump doesn't like, so he had them disappear. They broke no law, they committed no crime, and they are in prison in Louisiana right now, away from their family, 1,400 miles away from where they were arrested. Again, for no crime. He's revoked their student visa. And rather than just send them home, he wants to punish them with imprisonment. And those that he's shipped off to El Salvador in prison, many of them, now that the journalists are starting to report on all of this, and only 20% of them actually have criminal records, and many of them aren't even violent criminal records, just like theft or shoplifting and shit like that, right? This reporting is, let me just get into it. Here's the reporting highlights, and then I'm we'll drill down here. Unexpected rule. Flight attendants were told they would fly rock bands, sport teams, and sunseekers. Then Global Crossing Airlines started expanding into federal deportation flights. If you have anything to do with Global Crossing Airlines, it would be my recommendation that you stop having anything to do with this business. They should fail miserably because they are taking part in fascist mass deportation flights. Human struggles. Some flight attendants said they ignored orders not to interact with detainees. Quote, "I'd say holla back," said one flight attendant. "We're not jerks." And then this is the part that I want to talk about. Safety concerns. Flight attendants received training in how to evacuate passengers, but said they weren't told how to usher out detainees whose hands and legs were bound by shackles. Now, if you've flown even once, you know the safety regimen, the safety protocols, the safety routine that gets told to you at the beginning of the flight, where they direct where the exits are and with the masks and all the put your own mask on before you help somebody else. All of these things that you've heard as many times as you've flown, you've heard. And these flight attendants are now being told, no, you help the crew, you help the officers, and you help yourself. Don't worry about the migrants. If we go down in the water, leave them shackled to drown. This is the cruelty. And the cruelty, I believe it was Adam Serwer who coined it. Cruelty is the point. Here are these paragraphs. The rare guidance some flight attendants said they received on carrying out ICE air evacuations came during briefings from pilots. What they heard, they said, was chilling and went against their training. Quote, "Just get up and leave," one recalled a global ex-pilot telling him. "That's it. Save your life first." He understood the instructions to mean that evacuating detainees was not a priority, or even the flight attendant's responsibility. The detainees were in other people's hands or in no one's. When asked if they got similar guidance from pilots, 3 flight attendants said they did not, and 1 did not give an answer. 2 more, like the first, said pilots gave them instructions and they took them to mean they shouldn't help detainees after opening the exit doors. Quote, "That was the normal briefing," said a flight attendant from Lala's class. Quote, "If a fire occurs in the cabin, if we land on water, don't check on the immigrants. Just make sure you and the guards and the people that work for the government get off." Quote, It was as if the detainees' lives were worthless, said the other. Those are stark quotes that really illustrate the priorities of this administration. If a fire occurs in the cabin, if we land on water, don't check on the immigrants. It was as if their lives are worthless. Save yourself. These are people whose sole goal is to cause chaos and misery in the lives of people who are here to seek a better life. And we know this because of the makeup, because of the demographics of people they're taking, because of the lack of criminal records and the lack of due process to prove to the American people of who's being taken out. At the very beginning, I talked about the detainment, the armed detainment at gunpoint of American citizens who were suspected to be migrants. This is how they're treating people. You're suspect if you're brown. And if you are an immigrant, they can take you whether you've broken the law, whether you're here legally or not, and ship you to wherever they want to. And while they do it, if a plane crashes, sorry, you're going to drown with your feet tied and your hands tied, while the rest of the crew, the rest of the cowards in ICE, scramble to safety, scramble to save their own lives, and let the rest of the people die. Are these the values of the United States of America? I guess they are now. Are these the values you grew up thinking about when you thought about America? Is this the values of the flag that Donald Trump molests when he's on stage? Hugs and kisses. Oh, my baby, my beautiful. Are these the values of that flag? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America. All of that. Are these the values that are contained within the national anthem? Home of the free, land of the brave. It's a different America. Donald Trump's vision for America is dystopian. It is disgusting. It is antithetical to the aspirational values that we've talked about so long, about freedom, about equality. This is a country for rich people and white people in Donald Trump's eyes. Anyway, I'm going to post this below. Read every single word of this article. ProPublica does an amazing job. If you got a couple extra bucks to support an independent media outlet, ProPublica does bang up work all across the spectrum of politics and the economy and taxes, human rights, abortion policy. They do great work. I am a monthly supporter of ProPublica, and you should be too. What do you think, though? You can comment below. You could also call the voicemail line, 714-576-4054. Of course, as always, you can email me, daily@dollemore.com. I do want to hear from you. Consider supporting this work if I bring you value. If I'm just a guy you watch once in a while, thank you. I appreciate the view. I appreciate your participation. But if you want to help support this work financially, you can do so by clicking the join button below, becoming a channel member for $2 a month. You go to my Patreon page, patreon.com/IDoubtItPodcast. Great ways to help support financially this work that I believe, and I think many of you do believe, is important. Anyway, I'll see you next time. I love and appreciate you very much. Be genuine. Take care of one another.